whiskey sin. Pile a pot of coffee and bake a big fat hen. Cook enough country ham to feed 100 men.
And now, in color, it's the Porter Wagoner Show, starring Porter Wagoner and the Wagonmasters with Speck, Rhodes, and Dolly Parton, bringing you your favorite songs and stars of the Grand Ole Opry. Special guests Hal Kennedy and Archie Campbell.
We're so glad to see you. Been wondering how you've been. Everybody's doing fine. What's wrong with you?
Hey, Porter, come here. Come here.
Yes.
You know my old buddy George McCormick, he's always coming up with these big fishing stories, how he caught all these big fish and everything.
Yes.
He went fishing the other day, and it was so cold that even the liars didn't catch any fish. What do you think about that? Here's the star of our show, Porter Wagoner. Porter.
Thank you, Don. Well, today I got a letter from my wife and her lawyer friend. She said she knew everything I'd done and about every place I'd been. She said she had a whole lot of pictures of me on the dance hall floor. If I didn't think that was enough, she'd dig up a little bit more. I'm gonna stop rambling, gambling, staying out late at night. I'm gonna go home where I belong, and I'm gonna act right. I turned the pages right nervously and slowly took a peek. The money she was asking for, I'd had to work a 10-day week. Now, boys, you know that I'm not afraid. I've always been pretty tough. Now, honey, don't you know I still love you? How come you want to play so rough? I'm gonna stop rambling, gambling, staying out late at night. I'm gonna go home where I belong, and I'm gonna act right. I'm gonna go home where I belong, and I'm gonna act right. Well, a great big howdy, and welcome to the show, and hope you'll enjoy the things we have picked out for you today. We've got a very special guest with us, and Miss Dolly Parton will be along a little bit later on, and all these Wagonmasters. Did you want to use my guitar on this?
If you don't
number?
mind, sir. I would certainly appreciate it.
He's always borrowing something. Here, you have to come over here and get it. This is my special guest, the guy that last year I spent a week of my vacation with him. And outside of him beating me at golf and making me work 3 nights, I really had a wonderful time. No, it's one of my dearest friends, Archie Campbell. Let's make it up.
I want to do one from, I want to plug my album. I got an album called Kids, I Love 'Em. Excuse me. Cannot plug album. Excuse me. He's his mommy's little angel, and his daddy's pride and joy. He's a precious gift from heaven, our little baby boy. He's got big blue eyes that twinkle, and the cutest turned up nose. He's the picture of his mommy from his head down to his toes. I get the biggest welcome every night when I come home. Oh, you should see him talk to me in a language all his own. He's a busy little feller with a tiny 10-cent toy. He's his mommy's little angel, and he's daddy's pride and joy. He's his mommy's little angel, and he means the world to me. He's the center of attraction when we have company. Oh, he fills the place with music every time he starts to cry. Then we rock him off to dreamland with his own sweet lullaby. Oh, we are mighty grateful for this treasure we possess. We haven't got an awful lot, still we're rich with happiness. He's just a few pounds of sunshine, how we love our baby baby boy. He's his mommy's little angel, and he's daddy's pride and joy.
Mighty good, Art.
Thank you, Porter.
Thank you, man. That is so nice. You know, I've told you this before, but you're one of the most versatile guys I think I've ever seen. You can be so funny or do real serious
I wouldn't
things.
say that, but it's always a pleasure to be on your show, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. I want you to watch this, and then we'll come back and do some more shows.
Righto.
Mighty good, Buck. That's Buck and the number there titled Ain't We Having a Good Time. One that him and Hank Cochran wrote, and a mighty good one, too. You know, it's a real pleasure to introduce this little lady. She has won the hearts of all of us on the show and so many million of you folks who watch us, too. She's going to sing a real pretty song for you titled Just Try Being Lonely. Miss Dolly Parton.
Suppose you wanted someone the way I want you. Just imagine your body, mind and soul breaking in two. Walk the floor each night, cry tears you can't conceal. Just try being lonely, then you'll know just how I feel. I saw you with your new love, and oh, it hurt me so. Funny how I see your face everywhere I go. You smile and look so happy as you pass by. So I hurried round the corner so you wouldn't see me cry. Suppose you wanted someone the way I want you. Just imagine your body, mind and soul breaking in two. Walk the floor each night, try tears you can't conceal. Oh, just try being lonely, and you'll know just how I feel. Yes, just try being lonely, then you'll know just how I feel.
Dolly, that is so pretty. Thank you. Boy, that is a beautiful song. You know, George McCormick and Buck Trent wrote that, and Miss Dolly sang it mighty pretty, boys. I know you're proud of it. I want to do a song here. I'm going to dedicate this to Don Howser, our announcer. When you get home, Don, look for your saddle. It's going to be sitting right out there on the front porch with a Dear John on it. Well, when I woke up this morning, there was a note up on the door. Said don't make me no coffee, babe, 'cause I won't be back no more. And that's all she wrote. I sent your saddle home. Now my gal's short and stubby, sweet as she can be. But if that little old gal of mine ever gets a hold of me, that's all she wrote. I sent your saddle home. Now Jonah got along in the belly of the whale, Daniel in the lion's den. But I know a boy didn't try to get along, and he won't get a chance again. That's all she wrote. I sent your saddle home. We'll be right back. Watch this good message. Here we are back again. And right now, I want you to meet an old boy that I'm telling you is something else. He's always into something. Let's see what's happening today. Speck Rhodes. Come on out here.
Dear John, I brought your saddle home. That's a good song. You know, I've been having more fun lately. Had a day or two off, you know, and I've been taking Sadie out every night.
Have you?
Yeah, I went over to her house the first night we was home, you know. And we sat out there on the porch swing in the nighttime, and the moon was shining and everything. And I looked over at her. I said, "Boy, Sadie," I said, "I'm curious to know what you'd do if I was to kiss you."
Yes.
She said, "Well, if you're very curious, you'd know by now." Old Archie come over and stayed all night with me. You know, he's taking exercises, losing weight. He got up this morning and come down to the breakfast table and said, "Well, Speck," he said, "I accomplished something this morning." He said, "I jumped out of bed there," and he said, "I touched the floor with my chin." I said, "How'd you do it?" He said, "I fell on it." I want to sing you a song entitled, "The Little Shirt My Mama Made for Me." I can't forget the day that I was born. Was on a cold and frosty winter's morn. The doctor said I was a chubby chap, and when the nurse, she took me on her lap, oh, she bathed me all over, I remember, and after powder puffing me, see, she put me in the cradle by the window, in the little shirt my mother made for me. The first day that I wore my knickerbockers, I felt so funny after wearing frocks. I looked a little picture, they did say, but when they let me out to run and play, oh, I didn't like the pants that I was wearing. So on the street I took them off, you see, and I started walking home so brave and daring, in the little shirt my mother made for me. Once while I was on my holiday, up on the brimming ocean I did gaze. The water looks so fine, I thought I'd go and have a little swim, but in a minute, oh, all the girls on the beach at me was staring, and some were taking pictures I could see. Was a lucky thing for me that I was wearing the little shirt my mother made for me. Oh, you.
Mighty nice, Speck. Thank you a lot. My next guest today is a fellow that I've worked quite a lot of shows with. He's worked in the gospel music for a long, long time, and he's a wonderful country singer, too, and one of the finest gentlemen that I've met. So I asked him to come on our show and sing the hymn for us today. And he's picked out one titled, "The Family Bible," Mr. Hal Kennedy.
There's a family Bible on the table. Each page is worn and hard to read, but the family Bible on the table will ever be my key to memory. At the end of day, when work was over, and when the evening meal was done, Dad would read to us from the family Bible, and we'd count our many blessings one by one. I can see us sitting round the table as from the family Bible Dad would read, and I can hear my mother softly sing, Rock of ages left for me. This old world of ours is full of trouble, but this world could oh so better be if we'd find more Bibles on the table and Mother singing Rock of Ages left for me. I can see us sitting round the table as from the family Bible Dad would read, and I can hear my mother softly singing, Rock of ages left for me.
Well, that is real fine.
Thank you, Porter.
Thank you for coming and being on with us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
One of my favorite people and favorite songs. You can't beat that.
Very
This is
good.
great.
Thank you very much.
Let's watch this and we'll all be right back. This has probably been the biggest record, hasn't it?
Yeah,
We've had
by
for
far.
RCA.
By far the biggest one.
And the best one, too. It's called the Cockfight.
All righty. Well, I got a hen house full of support over here. Fowler's the name. Stu Fowler. I'm a rooster. Fighting's my racket. Cockfighting. I come from Texas across the burning sand to wet my feathers in the Rio Grande. I've hobbled for miles through Mexico. I've come to kill a big rooster called Rojo. Doing it all for chicken feed. For a country red, Rojo's wild. His fame is spread for many a mile. The hens all cackle when Rojo's around. But Stu Fowler's here to put Big Red down. I'll give them chickens something to cackle about. It's mid-afternoon as I stand in the street of the Spanish town called Los Legerns Retreat. At the end of the row, a cantina stands. It ain't nothing but a chicken coop. It's plainly the haunt of an outlaw band. The sign on the front reads, La Grande Ernesto. And it's there I know I'll find my foe, the fabled Rojo. I can hear foul language coming out of that honky-tonk. I strut down the street the cock of the walk. I crow for Big Red to come out and talk. Through the swinging doors of the Grand Ernesto, his head erect and his tail feathers low, steps Rojo. I can tell he's a really bad egg. His spurs are long and his eyes are green. An uglier cock I've never seen. He learned to be tough while he was in the pen. But I know his weakness, hens and gin. And then out of that honky-tonk and up to Rojo's side steps the prettiest little dance hall cackler in the West. Roosty Nuster, the southern fried feather duster. Gosh, she's pretty. I'd like to run my hands through that red comb of hers. Rojo comes at me in a long, lanky run. Some people gather round to watch the fun. Bird to bird and beak to beak, I face Rojo and my heart gets weak. I crow and strut and I jump about, and then I take off on a run, 'cause I done chickened out.
Great, Archie. Thank you a lot, man. That is fine.
I've had a lot of chickens on this. But I didn't know you was going to bring the real thing this time.
That's a real one. That's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have some imitators, but you can gather a bunch of eggs back there now.
Thank you a lot, Archie. Come
Thank
back
you.
and see us
Thank you
again
very
soon. Man.
Archie Campbell. I think we've maybe got a little bit of time left here to do something. I don't know exactly how much. We might get Mack to come over with the fiddle and do us a little bit of something. Hey!
Hey, that's a little bit of 8th of January. Folks, we got to go to Howser. Time's all gone. Thanks for being with us. And until next week, why, we'll see you then. So long, everybody. Here we go, boys.
This has been the Wagoner Show in color. A half hour of good country music and fun brought to you from the home of the Grand Ole Opry. Be sure to join the same time next week, same station. Bye, everyone.